Outposts are like your regional capital, like your headquarters in a sector, and you will interact a lot with them. There is a special hotkey that you should definitely use, and you can find that in the interface section of the controls options all the way at the bottom under extensions, outposts. If you just hit that without having anything selected, you get a list of all your outposts. And here you have clickable items on each outpost, and those are very useful shortcuts to immediately reach various sections in your outpost. For example, ship construction. You just open up this list and then you can easily see what your outposts are doing, some basic stats, and when you click those lines here, you can also navigate throughout the Outpost Manager. You can also open up the Outpost Manager by highlighting an outpost, opening the context menu, and here you have the Outpost Manager with the same hotkey like this list. And of course you can also do that from the properties screen. Just select the outpost, click once to open the context menu, and then hit the hotkey, in my case G, and then you are in the Outpost Manager. The Outpost Manager is like your gateway to the entire functionality of the outpost. It's a very versatile station, and we will quickly go through all the sections. You start out in the administration section. Here you just have the perks. This is how you can customize the station, unlock various special abilities. You can hide those sections and expand them. You have worker assignments. A worker is like an automated ship that is doing freight hauling or looting in the area, and very useful to keep your empire running. We have a people restriction if we want to limit our growth, but we start out with the food that we need, and that will lead to a growth of 5 people every 5 minutes. Those people will eat that meat, so eventually we have to bring more, and if we want to conserve our meat, we could limit the population here. We have the architect. That has to do with station building. It's like a station building service. Then we have the factory section. Here we have 5 internal factories, which are basically cramped inside this station here. It can build ships. It has like an internal shipyard. It can build stations. It can build lasers, missiles, or shields. Then we have a hangar. This allows us to upgrade or paint ships which are docked here. It also lists the ships which are being repaired. That happens automatically in the background to docked ships. And you can see which ships are lacking equipment that you want to equip later. So they are kind of waiting in standby until the lasers that they need are getting ready to pick up. Then we have an entire logistics sections with agents. Agents are basically handling the internal logistics in your empire. It's like the CAG from the bonus pack in vanilla. Then we have traders. These are the guys who interact with other NPCs, like buying or selling stuff. Then we have a list of the entire storage. It's basically like the information panel, but with a bit more utility. You get a color-coded legend for the components which are used for ship or station crafting. You get the average total value of the stock that you have, and this is important if you want to balance out those ship components, for example, because they are used in the same value ratios. You have an interorbital storage, which is basically like beaming wares around for money. It's used more in an emergency when you cannot reach distant sectors. Then we have a recycling section that can recycle ships, weapons, equipment to get half of the value back as resources. I don't often use that. I like to sell stuff that makes more money. And that's it. That's the entire outpost manager.